Good day, Conjurer. Are you here for duties? Advancement? Or do you want to hear more about the Old Ebonheart Mages Guild? You meet our requirements, Ada, but you have not yet completed the duties expected of a magician. I don't have anything more for you at the moment. However, I believe Valkyria Krex was looking for some assistance. Something about a missing apprentice? Not sure. Far too busy. She's just in the other room.
There's no one I'd rather see, Ada. If I can help in any way. Miss Ariel's soul has passed on, Ada.
Welcome, Dunmer. Let's set aside our differences and talk, shall we? You're in good company, friend.
I must say I'm always happy to chat with people I like. And I like you.
Dirt, 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 dirt. Everywhere, dirt.
Thank you, please come again.
Liquor of Morrowind. Journeyman report by Amelfiatar Amen. Mazdi is among one of the most common liquors of Morrowind, being brewed from salt rice, one of the province's most common foodstuffs. It is plentiful and cheap, and its taste belies this. Terrible. It is suited for common laborers looking to get through their workday, as it appears to increase one's strength at the cost of willpower and intelligence. Shine is a Comrie wine brewed primarily on Vardenfell. It is as cheap and plentiful as Mazdi, but is not as potent. As one can expect from such a cheap wine, the bitter taste is nothing to write home about, though it may be suitable for the Ashlander natives, as it increases endurance at the cost of some intelligence. Sujamma is described as having the kick of a Goor by the locals. I've never been kicked by a Goor, but it sure is strong stuff. I'm not sure what's in Sujamma. I think I will need more to further investigate this. Grief is brandy Comaries. Strong kick than shine like Goor kick could kick Goor around for sure. Grief could get some more so good nice.
Welcome, friend. The day is yours. What shall we talk about? Welcome. If you...
How may I help?
Ada. Please. Ask anything of Neil Jaimont. Neil Jaimont is happy to help a friend. Do you have all the ingredients yet? Come on, come on.
I'd be happy to talk.
Hail, citizen. Welcome to the crown jewel of Morrowind. Welcome to NJ's Herba shop, citizen. NJ's Herba has many imported rarities from other provinces for sale. Goods you won't find anywhere else in Morrowind. Expensive maybe, but worth every septim. Thank you, please come again.
You seem like very good company.
This is the Fetcher's Pawn, the go-to pawn shop for assorted gear and knickknacks. Thank you. Please come again.
Welcome to Old Ebonheart, citizen. A slice of cereal in these ash-stricken lands.
The name's Ulix Festius. Brick Mason. Would you mind helping me with an idea? I have been brewing up mixtures for a new mortar. I'll make it worth your while. I've been cutting and laying stones in this town since I was small. Still, I figure I could improve on my work. I've got this idea to improve my mortar, but I'm not sure what'll work. Do you mind giving me a hand? Great. Could you get me some slowed soap? The waxiness ought to help with the mortar. Waxy, just like I asked. Nice job, warrior of spell. Let me add it to the mix. It isn't working like I expected. How about you bring me some script jelly? That'll add the sticky quality I want to it. Didn't expect to see you back again so soon, Ada. Let me take that jelly and add it to the mix. It's got the waxiness and the stickiness the mortar needs, but there's something missing. How about some muck for texture? Thanks for the muck. Now let's get this in the mix quickly. HRM. This is perfect. The slowed soap makes it waterproof, the script jelly makes it sticky, and the muck makes it sturdy. Shame about the cost though. If I put this on every house that wanted it at my current prices, I'd be bankrupt. Still, you did good work, Ada. Here, take this. It saved me a couple times when I was working up on the walls. I hope that old amulet is serving you well. I've had a few orders for some of the fancy manners. The nobles don't seem to mind paying more for this new mortar.
The 9 and the...
I'm fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Have you spoken to Neil Jaimont yet? Please do hurry.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
Good tidings, friend. How might I help a fellow citizen of the Empire? Excellent, excellent. But now I need 5 bowls in which to mix these in. Bowls of almost any kind will do. Thanks for everything you've done for me. I suppose I can let you in on a secret. I need a new dealer. Have you ever seen the delicate shading of rainbows in the shadows after a good dose? Or the exquisite curvatures or multiple dimensions to an otherwise simplistic vase? That is what skooma does for me. I need it to perform to my best. If you will get me some, I will see what I can do for this client of yours.
Yes. Yes, of course. I hope I can help. Tell me your question. So, he's looking to start using again? I'd rather have him stay sober, but if that's what he needs to paint again, I would ask around the poor side of town if someone knows someone who could deal him the skooma.
With pleasure. Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Here to see the castle?
Steward, could you spare a second? I've got a bit of trouble with the Redoran in an ebony mine.
I can tell.
We, the East Empire Company, made a deal with the Redoran a few months ago. Some currency changed hands and they received the rights to an old ebony mine. The only problem is that mine was empty. Full of rock, but empty of all ebony. They digged and found nothing. Now they want all 300,000 septims back, and they've sent Landisa to collect it. Check with Met Black-Briar upstairs. She usually manages mine affairs. She might know something I don't. Behold the thief Cassandaria Liss, she who stole from the great house Redoran. I will not leave until restitution is paid in full. Restitution for the mine we were sold.
Greetings to you.
Many
A pleasure
promises
to
were
meet
made.
you.
Promises of riches from ebony. No ebony was found in the entire mine, just worthless rocks. I will not tell you this mine's name nor where it lies. We demand a full refund of what we paid, all 300,000 septims. I will not leave until I have it. Speak with Cassandaria. Just as I thought, you people have already spent our hard-earned money on frivolity. This is a document written in coded shorthand. It could be anything from a visitor's log to a mining report. You cannot decipher it, but the insignia in the corner marks it as property of the East Empire Company.
You choose to share your time with...
You look like you're in the market for a share in one of our fabulous new mining properties. Guaranteed profit after the first month. Double your investment in only a year. You can't pass up an opportunity like this. What do you say? That's too bad. Perhaps next time. Oh, that mine. I could have told you that didn't have any ebony left in it. Why do you think it was for sale? To let some Vardenfell Dunmer pretend to be prospectors and waste their time digging while we do actual important work. But I understand the predicament we're in. I've got a friend named Gudrunda at the Old Ebonheart Imperial Archaeological Society that may have something that can detect ore. If there's a single piece of ebony in that mine, our deal will have been valid. This book shows the ebony mined in and shipped from Caldera.
Where did I put that?
You don't see anything suspicious in the figures. This is a document written in coded shorthand. Welcome to the Morrowind headquarters of the Imperial Archaeological Society. All guests are free to view the exhibits on the first, second, and third
greetings.
floors.
What shall
Please
we
do
talk
not
about?
touch or disturb any of the exhibits. Thank you, Dean of the Society.
Keep moving. The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. I'm Gudrunda. How can I help you? I've been repairing this Dmer ore probe I found in the basement. It emits a signal when it comes in close proximity to different types of ores. So far I've only had access to iron ore, but if you want it fully calibrated I think you'll need adamantium ore, raw ebony, raw glass, and raw gold. I don't know where you'd find them, but I'd start looking in mines. Just have the ore on you, make sure no one has tampered with the sample beforehand, then try using the device. Once you've calibrated all four, you should be able to give it to the veteran.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen. Emperor, King, greetings to you.
Aren't you a
Pleasure
slave?
to meet you. I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really. I'd be happy to talk.
I'm Barabbas and Clodios the Imperial Guild Guide.
Well, I find myself in pleasant company. Please, share your thoughts.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
How wonderful. Well,
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Keep moving.
What do you think of Firewatch, Dark Elf? Heading back, are you? Hope you've gotten all that business cleared up. I'll transport you right away. Good luck to you.
Justice never sleeps.
I suppose we
Will
can
someone
talk.
shut this elf up?
What do you...
No offense to any elves, just this one in particular. Technically we didn't sell them an ebony mine, because it doesn't have any ebony in it. Will someone shut this? There's no way we can afford to give the Redarin a refund. As soon as they paid we used the money to buy a whole shipment of wine. For business purposes, of course. Behold the thief Cassandra, she who stole from the great house Redarin. I will not leave until restitution is paid in full. An ore probe you say? I will trust you, but just this once. In 1 week time I will return. If no ore is found, you will regret lying to the Redarin a second time. Thanks for your help, Ada. If an angry Redarin comes back asking for money I'll know who to speak with. Technically we did.
to be sure.
The 9 and the... I'd be happy to.
Thanks for your help. Technically we didn't
Impressive. These clothes suit you well.
With your
You
help we
seem
discovered
like
our
very
mine was
good
not an
company.
ebony mine, but an adamantium mine, and a very rich one at that. Thanks to you, we will prosper for years to come. I must give you this weapon as fair payment. I can't help but feel a bit overwhelmed by this turn of events. On one hand we don't owe the Redarin a refund. On the other hand we just sold them a mine worth many times what we thought it was. Well, you can't win them all. I hope Landisa gave you something. I've got nothing to give you except a good word to our management. Technically we didn't sell them an ebony mine, because it doesn't have any ebony in it. We will not forget your deeds, warrior of spell. I'm just a miner.
Welcome, steward. If there is anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. Merxia Vendixai is the director of the East Empire Company and can be found in her manor. Sharnoga Gra Mal is the acting steward of the Fighters Guild while the Grand Master is away. Decimia Gastoid is the dean of the Archaeological Society. His Eminence Strixus Sorvilius is the primate of the Imperial Cult. The gracious Duke Farias Madimus of Des Han, the provincial ministers, and Lord General Cicalia Victrix of the Imperial Legion reside in the Ebon Tower.
The 9 and the Empire, citizen.
East Empire Company, empty mines, empty coffers. Cassandra Alice at the East Empire Company in Old Ebonheart told me that she sold an ebony mine to the Redarin that was already depleted. Landisaro Moron is demanding a full refund of 300,000 septims and refuses to leave the EEC until that happens. Met Black-Briar upstairs normally handles mine affairs. Met Black-Briar told me her friend Gudrunda at the Old Ebonheart Imperial Archaeological Society may have found something that can detect ore. Gudrunda claims to have found an ancient ore probe that emits a signal when veins of rare materials are nearby. Unfortunately the device isn't calibrated very well. It can be fixed if it's presented with adamantium ore, raw ebony, raw glass, and raw gold. The device was calibrated with raw ebony ore. The device was calibrated with raw glass. The device was calibrated with gold ore. The device was calibrated with adamantium ore. The device is fully calibrated. Landisaro Moron took the device and promised to return after a week. Landisaro Moron should have returned to the Old Ebonheart EEC headquarters by now. Landisaro Moron returned wearing some expensive-looking armor. The mine they were sold was an adamantium mine, not an ebony mine. She thanked me for the help and gave me an adamantium weapon as a reward. Cassandrialis thanked me for solving the issue, but was upset at giving such a valuable mine to the Redaran.